Hello and welcome. My name is Carl Magnus Norden, founder and executive chairman of Volta Trucks. Our first vehicle, the Volta Zero, is really the first purpose-built delivery truck for inner city distribution. We have full focus on sustainability, and with 50,000 trucks on the road by 2025, we will be able to reduce CO2 emissions with about 1.2 million tons. But sustainability is something much more for us. We want to look at the full integrated chain of producing a truck and try to minimize the environmental footprint. Volta Trucks was founded in May 2019. But the idea, or the embryo of the idea, goes back 3 years earlier, when Elon Musk, the 1st of April 2016, launched the Model 3. We all know what happened. In a few weeks' time, he got hundreds of thousands of orders, and the whole car industry listened. Most of them came to the car show in Paris already in September and said they should go electric. We're starting now, 5 years later, we're starting to see some of these cars coming to the market. On the truck side, much less has happened. As a founder of Volta Trucks with more than 30 years of entrepreneurial experience, I had two main drivers for starting this company. One was really more altruistic. We have this planet together, and obviously it's going the wrong way with climate change and CO2 emissions, etc. The other driver was more commercial. It's often in these kind of technology shifts that we are in the middle of right now, coming from the combustion engine and CO2 emissions and noise and pollution, etc., to the electric drive. Somewhere there, often the established players are slow to adapt. And I don't normally say it's almost like turning around one of the big OEMs is like an oil tanker, while we at Volta Trucks can be much more like a speedboat, agile, fast, and coming to the market much faster. Coming from outside the industry, we saw 4 major problems that we try to mitigate. The first is, of course, the environmental footprint that we mitigate with the electric drive. But we're not stopping there. There is also a major driver shortage in the industry. And the question is, could we do something about that? And we have tried to do that by the design, the safety aspects, and the general environment for the driver. The third point we try to mitigate is the accident rates between trucks and pedestrians and bikers in city centers. There is studies done in London. 4% of the traffic is trucks, and they are involved in 78% of all fatal accidents with bikers and 26% with pedestrians. And that we really try to mitigate by the design, reducing or minimizing the blind spots on the truck. Also positioning the driver at the same eye height as pedestrians and bikers. And the fourth is really the knowledge from fleet operators when it comes to operating electric fleets. They know very well how to operate a diesel fleet, but they do not know very well how to operate an electric fleet. And that we try to mitigate with what we call truck as a service, so our business formula, and also by education in what we call Volta Academy. Why can we be competitive? The good thing from coming from the outside of the industry without the legacy organization and manufacturing and distribution channels, etc., is that we can fully focus. We are only electric. We are only focusing on city centers, and all that gives us the opportunity to be very concentrated. So in May 2019, we got our first funding, and from there was highest pace. We designed, engineered, constructed, and assembled the Volta Zero in 15 months, which is probably 3 to 4 times faster than any of the big OEMs. From there on, Launching the Volta Zero was really a game changer for us. We could show something to the customers and to all the other stakeholders. And since then, we have got a tremendous interest from all over. We started a roadshow in Paris 4 months ago with a lot of interest. We have now taken it to Madrid and Barcelona. We're very happy with the reception. And we are then going further into other countries in Europe. Italy, Germany, the Netherlands, and so on. Over the summer, we're planning to go to the US, probably to New York and also to California. Based on this market interest, we are ramping up our ambition more and more. Developing more models, going to more cities and continents, and increasing our production as much as we can. There is already a shortage of electric trucks in our segment, and we see that expand and increase over the coming years. We are in pole position to be the market leader in our segment, and we are really gearing up to grab that opportunity, to really move the industry much faster into sustainability and into the future. So, I hope I've shown you that Volta Trucks is fully committed to a sustainable future. But we cannot do this alone. We want to create an ecosystem of partners and stakeholders with the same agenda and all working together for a better sustainable future.